So NASCAR took Easter off, but F1 still had a race. This left me with some time with my own thoughts, which is a very scary place to be. So instead of staring into the void, questioning my own existence, I decided to brainstorm some ways to fix NASCAR. You know, like rational folks do. But first, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. You know, the Grand Prix in a super open-minded, progressive, definitely not fundamentalist country that meshes with the ideals of F1. Anyway, Banjo Porridge decided that being bad at qualifying wasn't just for Bahrain, but it could work just as well in Saudi Arabia. So during Q3, Banjo smacks the wall, tearing the front left wheel off his car, meaning he'd be starting in 10th. Side note, I know I'm a dum-dum and I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, but how can he crash his car during qualifying and still start in 10th? I thought that destroying the car and needing to have it rebuilt was an automatic 20th or pit lane start. Am I the crazy one? Don't answer that. Anywho, Omar Pastry lined up second behind Mass Vasectomy. After lights out, both cars are screaming into turn 1 side by side, and both of them take the turn wide. Omar stays on the track, but Mass Effect decides that track limits do not apply to him, and he drives straight through the second corner, gaining the clean air of first place. However, behind them, Yeti Snowball and Peter Gasly decide to take the evening off, knocking each other into the wall, ending both their races. So the ensuing safety car ends, the stewards announce that Mos Eisley was in fact a dum-dum, gained an advantage in turn 1, failed to give the spot back to Odin Poetry, and thus deserved to be burned at the stake, otherwise known as given a 5-second penalty. He will go on to bitch about this penalty on the radio and be extremely unhappy the rest of the weekend. So Orthopedics wins the Oil GP, Mayberry finishes second, Chunk Laser brings out red pallet jack with a lawnmower motor in third, and Bongo Nosering recovers to fourth. After the race, the human equivalent to the plague, Christian Horner, shows the media a printed out photo of Oscar and Max in turn 1, showing Max slightly ahead at the apex, meaning that in his great and super unbiased opinion, it should have been Max's corner. You know, I tried the same thing with my doctor by showing him this photo here, to prove to him that I am not, in fact, grossly overweight and on my way to a massive heart attack by the age of 40. Anyway, that was F1. The only good thing I can say about it is thank the good crew chief above that it was at noon here in the Midwest, not some godforsaken O dark o'clock. So with all that said, and taking some inspiration from our European, commie, bum-licking, degenerate friends in F1, let's talk about fixing NASCAR. I would note, these are my opinions, so they are, in fact, objectively correct. However, if you disagree, aka want to prove that you're wrong, feel free to tell me how dumb I am in the comments and what your thoughts are. So here we go, in no particular order. Step 1. Arrest the France family, put them on a rocket, and shoot them into the sun. I don't really care what the charges are. It can be arson, fraud, war crimes, jaywalking, hell, even existing, just so long as they do not share the same oxygen as the rest of us. Step 2. Eliminate the playoffs in stages. Go back to the Winston Cup point system with a few minor tweaks. Before shooting him into space, get a confession from Brian France that the playoffs/chase were the worst idea ever. Step 3. Fix the car. Short track package as the focus, then super speedways. Less downforce to make the cars harder to drive and add more horsepower. Step 4. Turn over the series to drivers like Dale Jr., Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart, Denny Hamlin, and Jeff Burton. I'm open to other suggestions as well, just so long as these idiots who have ruined the sport are no longer involved. Step 5. One primary paint scheme per season. Throwbacks, holidays, anniversaries, and the like can still get special liveries, but keep more consistency between races. Yes, sponsors play a big role in this, but put pressure on teams to secure long-term sponsors. Team identity needs to be a focus. Step 6. Shorten the season and remove bad tracks. Assuming the car gets fixed, Daytona, Talladega, Martinsville, and Bristol keep 2 races. The Charlotte Oval and Roval make 2 for Charlotte. Everyone else gets 1 race. Then we burn Texas Motor Speedway to the ground, scatter the ashes, and salt the earth. Step 7. Stop officiating decisions by Magic 8 Ball and hire actually competent people. Step 8. In-race penalties. You intentionally wreck someone, you're going to the back, or getting a drive-through penalty. You may get more fines and penalties after the race. New motto: fuck around and find out. Step 9. Fix the TV coverage. Limit or eliminate ad breaks. Side-by-sides need to have the race and the larger box. Limit the number of channels it goes on and reward networks who put the race on main networks, i.e. Big Fox over FS1. Step 10. Do not penalize drivers who dump Ross Chastain. Actually, we will actively encourage it. We will have the most Ross Chastain dumps award based on quantity and the best Ross Chastain dump based on quality. Step 11. Clone Darrell Waltrip, Mike Joy, and Larry Mack, but younger, and put them in the booth full time. We'll send Clint Boyer off to the school for dumb dipshits, and Kevin Harvick will be too busy running the sport to be able to commentate. Step 12. Eliminate overtimes. The race length is what it is. No more gimmicks. If drivers want the race to end under green, don't wreck. Step 13. Put in place hockey-style fighting rules. If drivers are hot after a crash, let them fight. Afterwards, put them in the penalty box for 5 minutes before they can go back to the garage. Step 14. No more damaged vehicle policy. If you can make minimum speed and shit isn't actively falling off your car, you're good to go. Step 15. All invocations are to be ended with boogity boogity boogity, amen. Step 16. At the all-start race, anything goes besides safety. It has to at least look like a stock car. Big engine, go for it. Turbo that thing? Hell yeah. Nitro? Yes sir. F1 or IndyCar push to pass button? Yep. Go for it. Step 17. Force Danica Patrick to undergo public brain surgery to remove any remembrance of her driving a car so she will shut the fuck up and not ruin any more racing. Step 18. Force any driver who bitches about the young drivers who have no respect be forced to watch a montage of them being little bastards. This will be called the Joey Logano rule. Step 19. Shorten the races. Crown Jewels will keep their length, but all other races are losing at least 50 laps or miles. Names of races are to have their numbers indicate miles or laps, not kilometers. What the fuck is a kilometer? Step 20. All tracks must have lights. With how relatively cheap LEDs are to run, there's no excuse for not having lights. Can you imagine Indy or Coda under the lights? Sign me up. Step 21. Retroactively award additional championships to people who lost out due to the playoffs. This makes Jeff Gordon a 7-time champ and makes Carl Edwards a 1-time champ. This is what healing looks like. Everyone who won the playoffs can keep their status as a champ besides Joey Logano, because fuck Joey Logano. So those are my ideas. If you disagree or have any other ideas, let me know in the comments. I'd like to say no matter what, it can't get much worse, but this is NASCAR, and God knows they'll find a way to fuck it up. Talladega is next week, which means be prepared for big wrecks and all the excitement of filing your taxes at a public library. So to review, Max Verstappen cut the corner and whined that he got a penalty he deserved. Lando Norris is already throwing away the championship. NASCAR took a break, but is still the worst. I don't like Joey Logano, and the France family should take one giant leap for motorsports. The beatings will continue until morale improves.